Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready! 60 outlaw!
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
27 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ready,
so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6-6, bullet high.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Greystone travel. Let's go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Quick throw here, that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Mike. Yellow. Here I come. Easy. 54's Mike. Check.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Peterson running right. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
I got you. I got you.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bomber. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Smooth. 56. Mike, 56. Watch the slant. Now.
2nd and 3. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Go.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 38.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Get that quarterback. Showing it. Check 31. Check 52.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
33 yards that time.
First down. Here we go. Set. 60 yards. Go. Hey, rock it. Shoot.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line.
That's what I do.
On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Max 22.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Set. 10 logo. Pilot, 64, weak.
56 to Mike, boy. 50.
Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen.
56 to Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. They got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Down, 30 base. Topper. Hey, seam 6.
10. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Hey, Echo. Leo.
Spot.
Rock it. 5.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And now it's second down.
Set, ready, 50, plant. No chance.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Switch up, switch up. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Shoot, shoot. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Check. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Hey, high 7.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Yellow.
Second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hey, yo, go. Come back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll have a first down past the 40.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. On second down now, it's Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Alpha.
Switch.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Roll out.
Alert flare.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Rob. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They're running it. Joker, 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 Joker. Shit. 15, 15. Shit.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready?
56, check 56.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Mahomes now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score Vikings 13, Bears 6.
Yellow. Right here, right here. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Let's get it. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons. Let's go.
2nd and 15. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Attack. Slam. Check 3. Check. Set.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 4. He's got Smith here. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. 70, Indy. 61, Matchbox Lights.
Second and 13. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Yellow. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
56. Now watch one. Check nickel. Watch out.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Break. 56. Let's set a tone. Protein spill. Check 13. Check 13. Fan. Switch it, Kiro. Switch it. Hey, Zoo. Now.
I got motion there. Me. I got this. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Be tripping.
Looking to throw. And he finds Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. One final try for Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won.